Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here for the Get Down with the Hammer. And of course, I am the man that we just threw in the episode in the show in the title, the Hammer. I'm gonna give my co-host a chance to introduce themselves because I always forget.
I'm your boy
I
Snake.
mean, dang it. I'm
Oh,
gonna go deep. Beat me.
he tried to do it. He tried to get
Dang
it.
it.
And again,
Got
this
me.
is the Get Down. So I'm not gonna waste any time. We're gonna jump into this. We're gonna do a speed run before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show. Now, to get this out of the way, because a certain person here is a hater, EA broke some news this week that I'm sure a lot of us that played different genres of games enjoyed, and let everybody
Well,
know that
I think
college
I might
football is
need
coming
to.
back. And
I
see, and
I
now
got
he's
some important. I got some important things to
interrupting me while
handle
I'm
while y'all
talking,
talk about.
interrupting me while I'm talking. That's cold blooded. Anyway, for those of us who care about something that's been missing for a long time, EA Sports announced that they are coming back with college football. I, for one, am glad. I actually own a copy of NCAA 14 because it was the last one that they put out before the lawsuit. I've turned away from the camera because I'm reaching for my copy because I have it. Just right here, NCAA 14. I know it's kind of bright with the light, but it is the last one that existed before the lawsuit, before, some guys wanted to get paid for their likeness, which I understand a little bit, but it's kind of one of those weird deals where it was convenient that they were suing once they didn't make the NFL and they were broke. So, but anyway, the good news is they're bringing it back. There's not a set date. They have said that they have 100 teams that have signed on and are okay with it. I think they're still negotiating with the actual NCAA. And it's not called NCAA football. It's just called college football. So there's lots of things that are up in the air. We know EA is doing it, but there's speculation there's going to be a new team that's going to introduce a new engine for sports games altogether. So we'll have to wait and see. Anytime I get an update about that, I will let you guys know. As the coming months, they're going to have more and more information. Now that we got that out of the way, and Snake could quit looking off into the distance because he doesn't care about sports games. I have to give him crap, y'all, because he really doesn't like sports games. But he was a good sport and let me
You're
talk
back.
about it on my show. And I play all games because I played sports and I like sports games as well as
I
other
played
games.
sports too.
He
I would rather play them than watch somebody
un-
else play. I want. I don't want to watch. I don't want to play the video game
understandable,
version. I want to go actually play the real thing.
understandable, understandable. Anywho, division. So division this week got the new update, the new patch, 12.43. It's one of them. I just know it was the Resident Evil celebration. They're celebrating the anniversary of Resident Evil, and they had their release. It wasn't a whole lot. It's mostly cosmetics. It's practically all cosmetics. I mean, they're doing some reanimation, which already existed in the game, some reanimation events, and lots and lots of gear. There's lots of little trinkets. There's masks. You can get Leon Kennedy's Stars outfit. Um, I think they have Jill's as well. I think there's a generic one. There's an umbrella patch that you can get, or uniform that you can get. The Nemesis mask, which I am going to get on there and try to do whatever I got to do to get the Nemesis mask because it looks dope. Um, there's the Doberman, the Hound, the zombie hound. The head is a trinket for the backpack. There's a T-virus. Vial, that's a trinket for the backpack. So there's lots of little cosmetic things that you can get celebrating Resident Evil, 25 years of Resident Evil. I thought it was a neat deal. They did have some issues with the launch. They ended up having like an extra 8 hours of time down to get the launch out, and then specific problems to like per platform. Like PC players, I think, got it the worst. There were PC players that said that it was completely broken. They couldn't even like boot the game after they downloaded the update. Some of the PlayStation guys were complaining of the same thing. They couldn't play. Surprisingly, Xbox is reporting very, very, very few errors. Everybody's playing it and they're loving it. And even the next gen consoles got 4K 60 FPS Division 2 now that came along with this update. So and they're loving it. The Xbox guys are like, hey, ours works fine. We don't have any issues. PlayStation, PC, not so much. So if you get a chance, you like Division, I like Division, go check it out. It's there to download. Matter of fact, when you hop in to the game for the first time after the download, there's actually some things that you get just for logging in, and then you have to do the events and the different things to unlock everything else. But it's definitely worth giving a look, at least for me. I'm planning on trying to do that sometime this weekend, so I can get my trinket. I want that Nemesis mask. I think it's dope, and the Leon Kennedy Stars uniform. I think I want that too, because I like Leon's probably one of my favorite characters. So go check that out. It is a thing. It's there. It's running, and it's only going to get better. People have to give things time. Stuff happens. Just give it some time. Now, on to more news. So, Battlefield 6. We knew it was a thing. We knew there was speculation, then we found out it was a thing, and now EA has dropped some news. They've basically confirmed a release date. Release date is holiday 2021. There's going to be a reveal trailer and some details spring 2021. So my guess is somewhere maybe mid to late March, all the way through April, somewhere in there, maybe May is when you're going to get that information. And then of course, when they do EA Play, they'll have another trailer or something set up to show at EA Play, because that's EA's time to do all this kind of stuff. So EA Play will definitely have a trailer showcasing some of the new stuff in the new Battlefield 6. They also confirmed that it's going to be a modern warfare, not like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but a modern and up-to-date like warfare, not in the 60s, not the Cold War, not World War II. They're coming back to these days, like current times. And these, people are speculating maybe World War III. Maybe they have a mock story of a World War III, which I think would be kind of dope in a Battlefield situation, because I mean, it's Battlefield. You know how massive the maps are. There's tanks, there's planes, there's all kinds of crap. So I think it would be really awesome if they told a story of an beginning to, or a conflict that ends up being World War III. Like, that'd be crazy. They have confirmed that this game will have more multiplayer, the ability to have more players in multiplayer than any other Battlefield ever before, which again plays to the fact that there's stronger consoles, better consoles. They got PC. There's going to be cross-platform play. That they've already said that. But the fact that now you have these consoles being able to do what they can do, you're going to have these massive maps with all these people on it, which I think is, I'm more of a fan of the Battlefield than I am Call of Duty. I've always, like, from the moment I played Battlefield, I was way more into it because it was more tactical. It wasn't just a run and shoot, kind of like with Call of Duty. I mean, you can be tactical in Call of Duty if you choose to, but most everybody just kind of runs around and, noob tubes, shotguns, and how Call of Duty works. But with Battlefield, there's actual tact, there's actual strategy that has to happen. And I think it's something that even I myself have missed. I think it's something that's needed to be there, and I can't wait to play it. I was gonna get Snake's opinion because it's been a while since he's played a Battlefield. I mean, he to be honest, he was one of the first people like turn me on to Battlefield. Then he just kind of quit playing it, which it got kind of repetitive at that time. And then there was a streak of them that were kind of weird. Battlefield 3 and 4 though were pretty dope. I thought those were dope. I kept playing them. He was doing other stuff, but I did want to get his opinion to see what he thinks now that we're going to have these consoles with this so much power to be able to handle these large maps, like I said, tanks, ATVs, planes, infantry, armored cars with guns on the back. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you feel this game is gonna be like?
It's gonna sounds like Arma.
Kinda, yeah.
Like it's a computer game. So if a console can handle what they do on a PC, then that's gonna be dope. Like, I like Battlefield, and the only reason I went and started playing other games because other games came out that I wanted to play. That's it. Like, and it was mainly the repetitiveness. That's all. So I kind of skipped to games I skip around. I went back and played with y'all,
Fair. He did. He did.
but other games come out. I gotta go up and play them. Yeah.
That's true. That's fair. Mingo, you got an opinion? You want to chime in?
Uh, I'm worried about a cyberpunk battlefield situation. I only say this because I don't know if you're gonna have any Halo news or whatnot, but that's something that a lot not just Halo but other games are trying to make sure they don't make a mistake on. They seems like Cyberpunk was the beta, if you want to say, not the they weren't trying to, but now all the other game developers are like, oh, I think we know what they did wrong. Let's not make that same mistake. Let's try to, and so I'm just worried because, as you say, that is a lot of power, and technically they should be able to handle it, but technically the console should have been able to handle Cyberpunk as well. So, and I'm not sure how graphically, I'm not sure how much stuff they're going to be put into the games or what's going to happen, but that's the only thing I'm worried about. I'm worried about that because I don't know. I mean, right now we've got what, Hitman 3, and that's the only other big game. It's not really that massive. I'm still waiting on the next massive game to prove that the consoles can really show their work. I know they can, but who's going to do it? Because right now, uh, Cyberpunk has failed, and we don't have another game to really show that it can be handled other than PCs, which they have the graphics card and you know how that thing works. So that's the only thing I'm worried about. And then of course they said repetitive, but when they came out with Hardline, Battlefield Hardline, I thought that was dope. I actually liked that game because it was different and it had different things going on there. So I think if they take the original Battlefield and then mix it with like how they had Hardline, when they had all these different things you can kind of do, then I think it won't be as, I don't think it'll be repetitive at all. You know, as long as they have a lot of different game modes. But again, the system has to be able to handle it, or maybe they can scale back without. And by scaling back, I mean they don't necessarily have to have it like all the explosions and all these guns extra pretty. You can scale back on that maybe, and then just keep the players looking nice, and then keep the actual. Maybe they can take down. I know y'all gonna hate me, Battlefield people. I know you're gonna hate me. I know you're gonna hate me. You can take down some of the destructive force. You know how you can knock down every wall and everything crumbles? Maybe you can scale back on that just a little bit, because I could just see that probably being one of the first bugs. As soon as you break down some buildings.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's a lot of power.
Don't cut back on nothing.
Bruh, like I can't I can understand what you said. I just can't agree with it because I'm gonna tell you right now. When I loaded up Battlefield 4, before I loaded up Battlefield 4, when I saw the damn trailer for Battlefield 4, and these motherfuckers, excuse my language, when they brought down a fucking skyscraper, I was like, absolutely, I am buying this shit. Shut up and take my money. Who doesn't want to take down a skyscraper?
All I'm saying, like, if they can put all of the stuff that they did into a No Man's Sky, Galaxy, like not just No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous runs better than No Man's Sky does.
True.
And it's the same type of concept. But if you can cram all that into a universe, take the entire, like, it's the entire freaking universe with multiple like planets, and every planet has a star, and every star has like multiple planets that have like that are around it. Like, you have all this in space. You just like condense that into one planet. Like, it's, I don't know how else to describe it. Basically, just in the coding, if you're coding for a massive universe, put each planet as a freaking blade of grass or a freaking grain of dirt or sand or gravel, like, and start at the basics. Like, fucking make DNA and freaking go from there. Like, have the coding in the DNA and put it into the thing and let it grow. Let it.
I agree. I
Like
agree. Like that's what it's going to boil down to. That's what got Cyberpunk in trouble. Just FYI, it was coding. There's lots of there's coding
And
issues
rushing.
in that game, and it probably was rushed. And you know, anytime something is rushed, it's usually some dude wearing a suit that it sits in the office that has nothing to do with developing the game. He's just a person that tells people what to do and he writes checks. So then, whenever he wants the game to be released, he's like, "You need to release the game," and he doesn't care if it's finished or not. And that right there is what troubles a lot of studios is the fact that they have people in positions like that that do that. And you know, there's a time for everything, and there's a time whenever you're the one writing checks that you need to
speaking,
shut the hell up and just write the check and let these people do what they do. They obviously know how this game has to work and what it's going to take to build it. You don't get to come in and rush them and say we need to push it out today when it's not finished. That's stupid because then you're not going to get the return on your investment that you want. Now in Cyberpunk's case, they probably did because a whole lot of people rushed out to buy that game. Like a whole lot of people pre-ordered and rushed out to buy it, and then the game was broken. And that's why they're in a lawsuit right now. You have to give some of that money up because you did that. And
speaking of the writing checks, like why did the nurse have to have a red pen at work? Why does the nurse have to have a red pen at work?
Why?
why?
In case she has to draw blood.
You know,
Wow.
Priscilla would enjoy that one. She would appreciate that. She would totally appreciate that.
Hey, can you name two structures that hold water?
A cup and wait, you said structures, so not that's not a structure. A dam and
Damn.
a tank because they have tanks that hold water.
Yeah, so
I don't
that.
know.
Well, damn.
Ah,
Good
I
one.
appreciate that. I forgot a well. I was partially right. I said a damn, but I liked it. Well, damn. I'm gonna tell her that one too.
Nah, that
I'm
was
gonna tell her
good. I
that one
like
too.
that one.
That was actually
That was good.
that one is slick. That one
I
is very
like it.
slick.
I like that one.
I'm with that one. I'm gonna tell her that one
That
whenever she
was
gets home. I'm
that
gonna
was
tell her
cool.
that. All right, because we gotta try to finish. Gotta try to finish. I don't want I got off track. You and your damn jokes. Damn it. Anyway, so lastly, I want to talk about something. This is a vague conversation. It's something that has been going on in gaming. Um, the acquisition of really quick, the acquisition of game studios. I think it's awesome. What do you think, Snake?
Acquisitions of what?
Of studios by the major companies like Microsoft, Bethesda, Amazon's
Oh,
looking at some people, you know, Sony's looking at people. Like,
oh
what do
yeah,
you
like
think?
where they're buying up different. I don't mind it. I mean, I don't mind them buying up like different companies as long as they use their product or like like whatever that company was known for and combined it with what they already have. That way, it makes their game better. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you're making something like a metal shop is making like different types of coils or something, and they buy another company that make some kind of press stuff that they buy that company to use those presses in order to make what I'm saying, like it, as long as it benefits
What they're doing?
into to where they make better games so I can play, I'm good.
Cool. Mingo?
I'm the same. As long as they do it like Disney, because as you see with Disney, they bought all this to create that world of Marvel, and the same thing they did with Star Wars. They want to finish these worlds, make them better. So as long as they're doing something like that, and also I think some of these companies were probably about to go bankrupt, COVID and everything like that, probably about to quit or end, or who knows what will happen. So some of these people are saying, "Well, I'll just come save you." So if it's something like that, and it's not a monopoly or anything like that, then I'm all for it or whatever. Now, I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I'm down.
I'm down for it too. And FYI, in the middle of all this, watch out for Microsoft and WB Games. Yes, I said WB Games. That is a conversation.
Oh,
We will dive deeper into that maybe on the next show because we are out of time. But yes, that is a thing. Keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. It is a thing. So for this week, that's all we got. Hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure you go online on YouTube. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe and share. Go to your Facebook. Share. Talk to us. We love to talk. We talk all the time. It's okay to say something. We're not gonna get angry. I mean, everybody's got an opinion. You see Snake's opinion about sports games. So everybody has an opinion. But that's all I got until
Mine's
next
still only
time.
valid,
I
though.
appreciate y'all joining me and us here on the Get Down. I will see you guys next week. I'll actually see you in a couple of days for that guy over there, Snake. He has the cool show with the anime. We'll be back on for that. So y'all take care. We'll see y'all next time.
Talk nerdy to me. Get nerdy with me.